They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, 20! Right there, 54 miles. Check back. Hey, Alabama.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class, and there was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Indianapolis.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm going to run you over.
Brady going to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot, and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Shotgun now for Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The end result, 21 yards. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Green once again the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And oh, he coughed it up.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Rodgers now on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The throw complete here to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
To throw, it's Brady. And Woods has it complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers. He finds his man Johnson. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play that time for the Colts. 52 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Mack. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Gano for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Brady. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Brady. And his throw here is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 22, Rodgers. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Over. Tricon, 132 fighter.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
No. 319. Easy. Hey, turn it up. Hey, take 26.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Rodgers to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Brady. That's complete to his tight end, Paulson. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Brady going to try and throw on third down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
88. Let's get there. Watch out.
Rodgers going to throw again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Rodgers again now. And that's complete. It's Greenhill. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 19. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Rodgers now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And now he's caught. Touchdown, Texans. A.J. Green, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be